Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, welcome to Fantasy World Sports. I'm your host Jermaine Hart, and I will be bringing you the news on fantasy leagues. The league I'm covering today is the Lakeshore Ballers Basketball League. This is a 12-team league, 8-team playoff, very competitive. A lot of good teams in here. A lot of guys know each other. Bad blood, a lot of trash talking going on. So let's get to it. These guys are in week 14 of the league, pretty deep. So a lot of good teams going on right now, a lot of winning streaks, and we're going to cover it all basically. So looking here, the first thing I want to cover is we're going to do our rankings from we're going to do rankings from 1 to all the way down to the bottom to number 12 to the bottom feeders basically. So starting number 1 is Black Showtime. This team is very unique. This team is 11-2 right now, done a 5-game win streak. This is a strong team in this league. This team is strong at 3-point shooting, offensive rebound, defensive rebounds, points, second in assists and steals. But this team does need improvement on field goal, free throw, and 3-point percentage. Overall, a solid contender. Currently holds the best record in the whole league and leading the stacked Western Conference. All right, and coming in at number 2 is the team, The Process. The Process is at 10-3 right now, another top team in this league. Tough loss last week though, very tough loss. They kind of struggled a little bit last week, but overall a good team. This team is currently leading the league in 3-point percentage, assists, second in points. They need to improve on those blocks and cut down on some of the turnovers, but overall this team is solid in all categories. Very tough to beat. This team has a very strong chance to finish at the finish line. Currently leading the Eastern Conference division. All right, coming in at our number 3 team. Shout out to Ball In Ball Out. They won the championship last year. This guy has swag about his team. Doesn't talk much trash, but this guy knows how to make it to the end and finish it. 9-game win streak going on right now with this team. This team is first in steals, blocks, second in 3 points made. Need improvement on field goals and turnovers, but this team knows how to win and can match up with any team and basically can beat any team. Very strong team. Coming in at number 4, we have Brown Berets. This guy, the runner-up from last year. Team, one word, consistent. This teams know how to reach to the top every single year. They're normally in the top 4 every year. And this team is top 4 right now in offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and points. Needs to improve on field goal, free throw, 3-point percentages. But overall, the runner from last year, picking right up where he left off last year. Very consistent team that could win it all easily. Coming in at number 5, we have a newcomer, Slava Benevinko. Winners of 5 straight coming into this. 5 straight. It's at 8-5. Right now, currently sitting at number 5. This team has turned it around big time, I can say. Right now, they're first in free throw percentage, top 3 in threes and 3 points made, 3-point percentage and blocks. Need to improve on those rebounds and assists and steals. One very important category for this team is they don't turn the ball over much, so that's a huge category coming down to the playoffs. Come playoff time, could be a solid team that can make some noise, definitely. Okay, moving on to number 6, team you like that. This team is currently at 7-6. Winner of 2 straight. Team start out very, very strong for a new team. Very impressed with how this team had a rough patch, but was able to bounce back. Right now, this team is top 4 in field goal percentage, rebounds, defensive rebounds, assists and blocks. Need to improve on free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, 3 points made. Like I said, they start out strong, caught their stride, but it seemed like they kind of like ran into a rough patch. But right now, this team has caught their stride back again and they're on the winning side. Definitely trying to push. They're definitely trying to push toward that playoff spot. This team is solid in a lot of categories. Not too many low categories for this team, and this team is. It could be a top team come to playoff time. Wouldn't be surprised if the team could probably knock off one of the top contenders easily. Okay, coming in number 7, this guy, first year league champion, Melodrama, 6-7 right now. Tough loss last week though, very tough loss. This team is top 3 in offensive rebounds, but they need to improve on their field goal, free throw, 3-point percentages, blocks, and turnovers. First year champion, show us why you won it the first year. Let's see some of that championship composure. Let's get it. This team has the pieces to the puzzle, but the question is, will they fit? Coming in number 8, we have another newcomer, Alex Haxon, College of Defense. Guys, another 6-7 team. Guy needed a much needed win last week. Very good. First in field goal percentage, but needs to improve on that free throw, 3 points made, steals, and points. Currently holding down the last spot of the playoff, that 8th spot. So every win counts. Every win counts. Early on in the season, this team had some pretty close games that they could have won, but they lost. But that's the way it goes. One move could be life or death for this team. So definitely they need to keep it up. Right now in the playoff chase, we have Team Great Wall. Currently lost 6 straight games. Great Wall at one point was 5-8. He is currently 5-8. So that says a lot. At one point, this team was 5-2. I mean, now he's lost 6 straight. He's sitting at 5-8. This team was one of the top 4 teams to come into the league at the beginning of the season, but now he's at a slope. He's falling downward. But still is there. Everything is there what he needs to do. The formula is there to win. Top 4 in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, and turnovers. Needs to improve the offensive, defensive, rebounds, and assists. It just shows you how time can change from week to week. Teams still have a strong chance to make the playoffs, but they just need to remember how they started the season and just finish that way. Coming in at number 10 is Stay in Your Lane, currently 3-10. Not eliminated yet, but one more loss would be damaging and would be out of the playoffs. This team had promise, but it just shows you how a draft can go. A bad draft can hunt your team for the rest of the season. And this team has made moves and tried to pick up the pieces. The effort is there, but the results are not at the moment. Number 11 and 12 is Baz Gems and Team Louis. Baz Gems is new. Team Louis, last year, if you recall, started out like 5-0, a strong team. But there were rumors that someone was running his team, but just rumors, not nothing. We couldn't make it a for sure thing that somebody was doing it. But this team has started out horrible this year. Both teams are in last place right now, out of the playoffs. But they can play spoiler to some seedings. They can try to just disrupt some seeding going on. That's the best they could play for. But something to note is that this team, whoever comes in last place, has to pay. So they're definitely shooting for not to come in last place in this league. Okay, moving on. This week we do have three marquee matchups going on right now. Very good games going on, I gotta say. Our third matchup, we have Melodrama and we have versus Alex Haxon, College of Defense. Both teams are currently 6-7, so this is a very important game for those teams to try to push it to the playoffs. One of these teams lose, they could next week the standings could change. They could be out of the playoffs. Just shows you how important these wins are. Currently, we have Melodrama winning 6-4-1, but just to note that field goal percentage is close. We have 3-point percentage tied up at the moment. We still have blocks going on. So we still have some categories, like 3 categories that could shift either way. So very good matchup going on right now. Our second matchup is Team You Like That, 7-6 versus The Process. Right now it's not looking good for Team You Like That. The Process is currently winning 9-2. But we still have defensive rebounds, steals, points could be in the play, and free throw percentage. So it could be a couple of categories here and there, but right now, I mean, the process is looking pretty strong in this one. But you never know. Things could change in a couple of days. For our marquee matchup this week, we have Ball Out 10-3 versus Black Showtime 11-2. This is the marquee matchup. I mean, you're talking about the number 1 versus the number 3 team in the league, a 9-game win streak versus a 5-game win streak. Hey, you never know. A great matchup going on right now. Their teams are at their peak. Both guys are performing well. Both teams' categories are still close. We have points close right now. Black Showtime is winning 6-5. We still have points. We still have turnovers. We still have assists. Guys, we still have defensive rebounds. We still have offensive rebounds. We still have technically 3-point percentage, 3 points made. These guys are two juggernauts going at it. Just putting on performances, just showing you why they are two of the top teams in this league right now. And so we'll see how that turns out at the end of the week. Ball in, Ball Out wins. He'll be one of the top teams. Black Showtime loses. Brown Berets goes up in that top spot. And Brown Beret is currently beating Team Louis 9-2. So just goes to show you how everything could change within a week. That's it for this week. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with another show. We're going to add different content to the show every week. So thank you for listening. Jermaine out.